Hi, I have a question for all of you. Do you actually enjoy your hobby, or do you just want to look cool? So let's yap about it. Hi, it's been a while. I think the last time I made a video on this channel was maybe the mom mode video, but I'm not sure. It's like maybe almost 2 years ago, so it's been quite a while. Honestly, it's been a lot since then. Got a job, lost a job. No wait, I'm not sure if that happened all that time. But was unemployed, got a new job, whatever. Also, have no idea what to do with this whole YouTube thing, but that's all right. Because today, I don't know. Lately, honestly, there's been a lot of time I've just been spending by myself. I have no idea what to do. I'm bored. Try to watch an anime, I get bored. Try to read something, I get bored. And I got a Steam Deck, so I'm just playing stuff on my Steam Deck, and I'm still getting bored. Although I do love that thing, because I love handheld gaming, but that's for another video. But today, I want to talk about hobbies, because this is a hobby to me. I like making videos, and this is a hobby, right? And I just look around at a lot of people, and there's lots of videos on the internet that are saying, people don't have hobbies anymore, or hobbies are gone because of capitalism. And we'll get into that. But some people say that people don't have any more hobbies because they're all about scrolling on social media. Literally, I know some people, they wake up, they go to work, they come home, they scroll on social media for 3 hours, and they go to bed, and then the whole cycle just resets, and that's their life. It's kind of dystopian in a way. It's a bit slave-like. I don't want to bring up the S word, but it's an interesting cycle of life that I don't think people would aspire to. Like, I don't know if that sounds fun. I don't know if that sounds like a dream job. I mean, if that's your only thing and your life is peaceful and you're at peace and you're happy, then that's all great. It's all good. It's all great. But we have hobbies because it's something that's fulfilling. It's something that we enjoy doing, something we look forward to after the day. But it's really got me thinking. I made a few notes because there's some videos like this where people just yap, i.e. me, where I just get into a yapping mood and I really just get off the topic. I lose the plot a little bit. So to make sure that we all are on the same page here, I have some notes which I made a couple days ago, so these aren't that fresh. So let's go through them. Yeah. All kinds of hobbies. Let's think about all kinds of hobbies. What have been really popular on the internet these days? Pilates, right? Labubus, watches, and music and movies. Those have always been popular. And like Pokemon cards and collecting shit. It's interesting because people have a lot of fun with them. And Pokemon cards especially, I have a cousin, he loves Pokemon cards, so I know he really loves that stuff. And he's just a hobby guy, he has a lot of hobbies. But let's say Pilates, specifically. In the Philippines, where I live, Pilates kind of blew up overnight. It's been around forever, people have been doing Pilates, but I think a lot of Pilates studios just suddenly opened up for some reason. And people started doing Pilates. And you're gonna be like, this fat guy hates when people exercise. I don't hate when people exercise. I'm just trying to say something interesting because I've been noticing that people have just been going to Pilates, and I swear, the reason why I know everyone's going to Pilates is because they have a video about it. It's literally a 5-minute video of them doing Pilates, and to me, it's just performative. It's just performative, And I mean, that goes for everything, running. People running, they post their Strava on the internet, Pilates, yoga, like all this shit. Pilates is just a new version of whatever's being really pushed, super popular on the internet. And like one person does it, it gets popular, some influencer looks cool doing it, then everyone wants to come on and start doing the stuff. And you might really get, passionate about Pilates or passionate about fitness, that's fine. But I think we have to all ask ourselves, are we doing it because we like it? Or are we doing it because we look cool? And part of this video is me trying to have a conversation with myself, because I've been trying to make videos for a long time, as you know. And you probably don't. I don't know where you're from. But I've been trying to make videos for a really long time. And the thing is, I like videos. I like when they're out there. I like when they're done. You know what I don't like? I don't really like research. I don't really like planning. I don't really like setting up cameras. I don't like it. And I don't like setting up lights and setting up a set and having the slide, whatever. I don't know. This is even really low effort. It's very low effort. There's not much that I put into this other than writing a couple words on a notebook last Sunday and sitting down on this chair and hitting record. Like, there's not much. I just don't, you know why? The Philippines is hot. Maybe this is it. The Philippines is hot, and doing anything like recording a video is tiring. I get sweaty, and that's my thing. And now I've just decided, you know what? I'm gonna turn on the AC. I'm lucky enough to have an AC because it's really hot here. It's hard to live without one, and I don't care if the mic picks it up. I used to really care. So I used to live with the heat and whatever, but now I don't care. The audio is not gonna be perfect, and that's fine. But yeah. Videos. There's so many video ideas I have in my head, and also so many videos I've already shot. I just can't get to editing because I don't like editing. So this is my thing. This is my hobby. And I really like the results of it. I like the videos. I like rewatching videos that I've made just because I find it enjoyable. And I like talking. I like telling stories, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I was posting on TikTok, and I got a little bit of motion on TikTok. Just a little bit. I got like a few thousand subscribers, whatever. I mean, followers. And that was cool. But I stopped caring. And I never really chased the number. And I've never really chased, you know, like the views and the looking cool. I didn't mind. I didn't really mind. It's TikTok. And I think YouTube I would have been more interested in. But since it's TikTok, I guess I didn't really mind. My thing is just, this kind of goes back to capitalism. Because, again, the question is, you know, do you like what you're doing, or do you just care about what people think about you? But the other thing is the money, right? Whenever someone has a hobby these days, and I think Levi, that guy Levi, forgot his last name, he made a really cool video. He used to be on Future Proof, but I think the name of the channel is just Levi something now. And he's really cool. He made a video about how, you know, it's a lot about sustainability, and it's a lot about, you know, the environment and capitalism, because that's like the root of all evil. But anyway, he was just talking about like how hobbies used to just be a thing that was outside of work, outside of job, outside of like responsibilities. But now every time someone has a hobby, like, oh, this guy is making chairs, this guy is doing some woodwork, like, you should start selling some tables. You should make videos about your tables. You know, this guy likes collecting Pokemon. You should start making videos about your Pokemon cards. You know, this person likes knitting. You're like, oh, knitting? You know, you could sell knitting things on Etsy, and you could get rich selling your knitting design thingies. You could get rich. Did you know? And it's like, this is my problem with my videos, because I do like it, but it gets confused because I kind of do this for a job, right? This is my job. I film videos. I help film videos, and I write scripts and stuff. And I do love it. But my thing is, like, I feel like I'm procrastinating so much, because I'm like, well, I don't know if I can even get rich anyway doing this stuff. And I guess it shouldn't matter. But I've just been trying to push myself so hard to try to make videos that I don't really enjoy doing because I hate editing, you know, just for that possibility of getting rich. And I keep thinking, if I get rich, then I can get an editor, and I finally won't have to edit, and all I have to do now is talk, which I like, because that's what we're doing right now, just talking to the camera. This is what I enjoy. Maybe you can see that through the screen, maybe you can't, but that's what I do enjoy. And yeah, so I'm thinking, you know what, I won't, you forget it. I'm not gonna push myself to do all the stuff in, like, pursuit of money that's not even a guarantee. Maybe I'll just keep making videos like this that are low effort, that makes me do what I love, and this is why I'm talking about this stuff. But I think we've kind of gotten confused with the plot, because I'm supposed to ask the question of, do you just want to look cool? I guess that's not really my problem. My problem is more in the economic, more of the capitalism side of things. But we can talk about other things. It doesn't have to be a video, because this video thing, I didn't really want to get into it, but it just came out of me. But anyway, I guess, I'm not immune to it though, because recently, I do want to talk about something. I got into watches. And it's kind of a newer hobby for me. I used to have other hobbies like keyboards and IEMs in your monitors, like audio stuff. I love IEMs to this very day. Keyboards, kind of stopped caring. You know why? They type. Oh, excuse me. That's all they do. But look at this keyboard. My friend painted this keyboard frame body thing for me. It's gorgeous. I still love this thing. It's also clicky. Also, it's covered in dust. But that's living in the Philippines for you. Anyway, I got into watches recently, right? And watches are interesting because what do you associate with a watch? A guy trying to flex his money. That's what a watch is. It's just a way for a guy to, wrist check my ice. I am rich and you're poor. Check out this Rolex. From the outside, I can imagine people looking at watches just like that. And for a long time, I agreed. But there's some watches that I think just look really cool. And this is one of the watches I bought for myself. You could zoom in. I can't really move the camera, and the lighting is all messy. It's just whatever. It's a Seiko watch. I bought it for literally like $60, $70. Not a lot of money. In watch. It's all relative. But in standards of watches, it's not a lot. It's fun. It's fairly decent. And I just think it's a little bit big. I'm really particular. I want to start wearing ladies' watches because these are really big. So I'm going to steal my mom's watches. But anyway, aside from all of that, okay, this is the thing. I am trying my best. Watching all the stuff on YouTube, watching all the stuff about people who like watches, listening to them, it's insufferable. I don't want to do it because people are just like, oh, well, it's not an AP. Oh, well, it's not a Patek Philippe. I mean, come on. Where's your Nautilus? Where's the Tiffany dial? Where's the Rolex? Where's the Daytona? You're poor, right? And I just want to wear cool watches that are small. I like ladies' watches. I like small ones. I have some that are in the mail. I'm really excited about those. I don't really want to get into it because I'm not really in that much of a financial situation to be buying whatevers. But I'm trying to find good, like pretty, very cute, cheap ones. And I just keep thinking of the brand. And this is something I've cared about since I was young because somehow I care so much about what people think about me. Like if I find a watch that just looks really cool and it's from a brand that no one's ever heard of, or it's from a brand that people find disgusting or low quality or whatever, then I have some apprehensions about buying it because like, oh, they'll judge me. And this is where I caught myself. Like, bro, you're really still caring so much about what people think about you. And this goes for, everything I like in my life. I've always wanted to make a video about skateboarding because I think skateboarding when I was younger was a huge part of my upbringing. But not just that, like, it shaped so much about me. The music that comes in the skate vids, the fashion, the movies, just the culture of skateboarding. It shaped so much about my life. It's how I consume content, how I dress, and how, like, it's just so much, And it's like, I always wanted to do stuff that was cool. So when skateboarding, like skateboarding was a cool thing in the 2010s, and like I got to know some cool music because skaters had some cool taste and they would have it in their videos, and like, oh, I knew that song, Black and the blah blah blah. Like I always thought it was cool, you know. And I looked down on K-pop. I'll just be real. I looked down on K-pop. Fast forward 25, I'm in love with New Jeans, and they have taken over my world. I have lots of New Jeans things here. Look, say hi to Honey. Right there. Anyway. A couple years ago, I would have completely like, what are you doing? Why do you like K-pop? Is there something wrong with you? But it's also because K-pop has so much hip-hop influence, I guess, from their past creative director. They wear Bape, you know, just huge baggy sweatsuits. They're cool. I don't like any other K-pop group, just New Jeans. And they're going through some kind of legal debacle that we haven't really resolved yet at this time of shooting. But anyway, as soon as I got to liking New Jeans, you know, another part of my brain was like, well, it's K-pop, but it's cool K-pop. It's cooler than all the other ones, actually, so it's cool for me to like it. And again, it's just my mind justifying things. I'm trying to justify why I should like this stuff in context of what everyone thinks about everything. And I hate that I have to do that. Why do I have to tell myself in my mind that there has to be a reason that I like this thing for it to be acceptable, you know? So what if I want to wear a watch that's made by a company who's like complete garbage? So what if I want to wear a plastic ass fucking ugly watch? Like, why do I care so much about what people think of me? It'll be like, oh, look at this broke boy. Oh, also look at this nerd watching women on stage because he likes K-pop. You know, like, I don't know why, but it's a part of all of us. And I agree that it's really gotten into every single hobby of ours. And when people have hobbies and they post about them on social media, it's fine. It's really fine. I like when people post stuff. I really like consuming content, so I don't mind. My thing is just, it became all about validation, you know? It became all about validating yourself and making yourself look cool. You tie your identity to this hobby of yours, and you post about this hobby, thinking that the words on the people from the internet just complimenting you about your hobby is going to translate into your value as a person, you know? And that's what I did with New Jeans and the whole thing. Like, I tied it to my identity that I only like New Jeans because they're cool. They're cool K-pop, and they're just not any K-pop. And when I talk to people, I'm like trying to explain that to them. But why do I care so much about that? I don't know. I mean, and here's another thing. Traveling, I don't do much of it because I'm poor. But traveling. Social media has done irreparable damage to travel, and I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. How many minutes we got left? 10 minutes. Because, you know, people go out and they go to places and they take pictures of themselves and they post it. And maybe they're having fun. Maybe it becomes a fun experience. But I've seen people go to another country literally just for posting on Instagram. Like, literally, that was the point. Like, their highlight of their trip is to have their photo taken at a specific place. To be just like all the other influencers who have taken videos and pictures at this place. And they want to look cool just like them. And they want to be part of this kind of social, you know, interaction or social kind of club, I guess, where only the cool people go to this thing. And I don't know. I really hate it. Because I saw this girl on Facebook, okay? She took a picture of herself. I'm imagining she put a tripod somewhere because she was by herself. She said she was traveling by herself. She put a tripod somewhere. And then she was like reading at this like library, whatever, or this cafe. And she's like, self-loved. This is what she said, okay? Self-loved so hard that I took myself Korea. Let me say that again. Self-loved so hard that I took myself to Korea just for a self date or a me date or something like that. So their point was they loved themselves. They did self-love so hard that they went to Korea all by themselves to take themselves out on a date because apparently it's cool. And I'm just like, why? Do you see yourself? Do you see what you're writing as a caption? Are you serious? And it's just, they just want to show the world that, look, I care about myself so much. Did you know that? I bet you'd never know that if I hadn't been posting about myself 24/7 on the internet. But now you know, because I love myself very hard. And I'm sorry to put you on blast like that. I don't mean any harm, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but... And I really don't mean any harm, because it's unfortunate. People like Emma Natienza, I'm not sure if anyone of you know her. She's a daughter of like a Filipino celebrity, and she became an influencer by her own merit because she's pretty smart, well-spoken, very young. She's 19. She was 19. Unfortunately, she made some comments about something. It wasn't all that bad. She had her take on something. People agreed with her, people didn't. And incidentally, it was about the corruption in the Philippines, which is a really touchy subject, and she is, a pretty wealthy person, or she grew up in a wealthy family, so lots of people were saying, well, you're a Nepo baby, you don't really get to say these things, or whatever. And she just took that. The way she would talk is like, she put a front, like, I don't care what people think. I'm just gonna be myself, and I want to talk about, my advocacy, which is about mental health and stuff. She was putting this brave front, people thinking, oh, she's really strong. And a couple months ago, I'm not sure how long it was ago, she took her own life after all this social media backlash. And it's just, like, I'm so sorry for her. I mean, honestly, rest in peace. But this is what we've gotten to. It's gotten to a point where people care so much about what people are saying on the internet that they post like incredibly crazy stuff. And also, they literally live and die by comments on the internet. And I know we've gotten to a topic that's kind of, it's dark, and it's also, the sick in the dark turn. And I don't really just want to bring up this darkness, but, it really is that damn phone. Like, think about this. Ask yourself this question before we then end this video. Ask yourself this question. If no one else was watching, ever, you were the last person on Earth, would you still be doing your hobby? For me, I don't know. Maybe I would still be making videos, but I don't think so, because I think this is the videos I want to make, the stories I want to tell, it's a multiplayer experience. I need other people to interact with this. I just want to have conversations. Actually, I don't mind if people comment if they don't. Just the fact that I'm, throwing something out there into the ocean. Someone might like it, someone might not, whatever. And then we can have, like, deep, decent conversations. That's what I like. So, I don't know. But let's say, like my friend, he's always been kind of like this example to me of like a guy who would do the hobby even if no one cared, because he loves painting Gundam. He does Gunpla. He puts together the Gundam. He made this whole section in his house where he's like doing his spray paint shit, or he has a compressor for his air paint. I forgot what it's called. But I think if everyone on Earth died except for him, he would still be doing that because he likes it. And he doesn't really post. He posts about it, but he's one of those people where I think they're so intrinsically motivated to do stuff, and it really doesn't matter what other people think. And that's what I think we should all aspire to. Like, I don't want people to be like Emma Natienza, who take their own lives because of this crazy internet backlash. And it's just, we just care so much, When you do something cool with your hobby, if you post it on Facebook, sure. Post it on Instagram, like, people will say, oh, that's cool, oh, that's great. Are you doing it for that reason? Are you posting your Pilates on Instagram because, like, wow, you're so cool and you're hot? Are you doing it for that? Think about your hobbies. Think about them outside of social media. And would you still do them? would you still do them? That's an interesting conversation I think we should all have with ourselves. Would I still like New Jeans without social media? Yeah. Actually, I haven't really been on social media. I stopped posting everywhere. And I don't really use Twitter. I don't use Instagram. I go on TikTok to watch New Jeans clips. And I'm on YouTube. And I lurk on Facebook. I don't post there. I'm just lurking on like groups of Steam Deck stuff. But anyway. We need to extract the hobby from, well, I guess, the social media part of it, but also the economic part of it. So ask these two questions. If everyone on Earth died, except for you, would you still do the hobby? And, well, that depends, because that's interesting. How about if no one ever saw what you were doing, would you still do the hobby? Or, also, ask this question, if you could never make a single cent, a single penny off of whatever you're doing or whatever your hobby you're doing, would you still do it? Because I think those two things are the things that are really clouding our judgments. Like, instead of just enjoying something where we're looking forward to that gratification of the validation or the money that comes in because of the hobby, and not just the hobby. We've become so detached from the present because we're making these hobbies out to be something that they're not. We're enjoying things because of the promise of what this hobby can deliver, and not so much just what the hobby is at the present moment. And I think that's what we should be focusing on. And I need help doing that because I'm not really present very often, not at all. So maybe I could do a little bit of digging, do a little bit of thinking. And, yeah. I really like talking. I don't know if you know that, but I do. So, yeah. It's been almost 30 minutes. I really appreciate the time you spent with me today. I don't know the answer to the question. I mean, you can never answer it. You have to know it by yourself. You have to ask yourself the question, and you'll know. It might take time, might take quite a while, but I think everyone should be asking themselves that question, and yeah. Thanks for dropping by, and see you next time. I hope you enjoyed it, honestly, truly. And more videos to come. This is easy enough. I just have to clean up after this, but maybe I won't do so much editing, so I won't get tired. But yeah, if you really enjoyed it, please, whatever, like, subscribe, it doesn't matter. What I'd really appreciate is a comment, and I'll talk to you in the comments. So, bye.